Hi friends, I'm Sincerely Unique, and we are back with Genshin Impact 2.8. Today we are tackling Kazuha's story quest here, Oh my gosh, I can't even say it. Acer Palmatum Chapter Act 1. He sort of had a quest all the way back in 1.6, but this time he's actually getting a story quest, which is pretty cool. You and Paimon travel near Byakko Plain on your journey. Upon a plain, a purple shadow. I do have Kazuha here, but he is not built. He is... Don't look at his HP.
It's been a while since we first set foot on Inazuma.
It has been a while.
So many things have happened since then.
As if in the blink of an eye, there have been plenty of memorable events.
Yeah, we've definitely made some progress on our journey.
A little bit. I don't think it's been a lot.
Where should we go today?
To be honest. Huh? I hear the footsteps. I hear them.
What's up?
Yeah, there's footsteps somewhere. Oh. Be careful, someone's coming. They're doing the annoying thing again, where both dialogue options might as well be one sentence.
Hey, what the heck was that for?
I messed up.
Doesn't want to talk, huh? All right, let's convince
Sudden
him to calm
attacker.
down a little.
Tidal wave.
Hello?
I will have order.
Sir? What is wrong with him?
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Oh. Hello?
So you don't have a vision after all. Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
Hey, the vision decree is
You
gone,
should make sure you've got
buddy.
the right person before you go attacking
It's
them.
been long gone.
Wait, even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha?
I sure have.
He
What do you
carries a
need to
sword
know
just
about
like
him?
you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision.
Why are you looking for him?
That's none of your business.
Hmm?
Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around here, waving that weird sword in our faces, and he didn't even apologize. Seems like a real nutcase.
Yeah, I guess it
One
makes
thing's
sense.
For sure, no way are we telling him anything about Kazuha.
I guess for once we're gonna be smart, just for once.
Don't be mean. I'm unsmart lots of the time. Anyway, just to be on the safe side, we should go fight Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back.
You have a hunch about what?
Oh? What
I
kind of
wonder-
hunch?
I wonder if they're gonna go into what we saw during the Irodori festival.
A special connection? You mean beyond already knowing each other?
Oh, what if they're from the same family? Because we did learn from Irodori that Kazuha comes from a pretty important family here in Inazuma.
Yeah, maybe a little. But then again, most people look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove anything.
I don't know.
Anyway, there's no time to lose.
This is a
Let's go
JRPG,
tell Kazuha so we won't get
sort
into any
of.
danger.
So,
Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is
well, I
stocking
guess
up in
it's not
Ringo
a
at the moment.
JRPG,
Let's
but
look for him there.
like it's not Japanese inherently because it's made in China, but you know, it's very JRPG-like. Acer Palmatum Chapter Act 1, A Strange and Friendless Road. Okay. So is it Kazuha just chilling out here in Rito? How do we know he's here? Did we know this from Irodori? Are we gonna ask where Beidou is? Hello?
Hey, hello. Do you know where Kazuha is?
He should be with Beidou, right?
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after
Oh,
all.
I wonder if that guy's already been here.
Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge
Wait,
crowd
how
of
many
Inazumans,
people know
all of
about
them wanting to know
Kazuha?
about Kazuha.
Excuse
It's
me,
because of
why
that
are
battle on
everyone
Azuchi
looking for him?
Beach, Captain
Oh,
Beidou had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention.
maybe it's because Kazuha
keeps
is
to himself most of the time. In
Inazuman.
fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain, but she just laughs it off.
I wouldn't. What happens if I don't listen to Beidou, huh?
So, you still don't know what he kid.
I do
I've
have
heard bits
Beto's
and
hangout
pieces.
saved here on the
Something
Twitch
about
channel.
him
I really
blocking the
should
Raiden
consider
Shogun's
uploading
Muso
it
no
to...
Hitotachi.
Oh, blocking the Raiden Shogun's...
Is it really as big a
Yeah,
deal
he's
as
a pretty
everyone's
tough
making
guy,
out to be?
except he relied on his friend to help him there. You could compare it to the technique Beidou used to strike down Haishan.
Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all
Yeah,
makes sense.
Beidou is one of the most
In that
powerful
case, his
people
newfound
from
stardom is
Liyue,
well
to be
deserved.
honest. Like, she took
He
on
was called
Haishan
away
without a
earlier by some
vision, if you
people
don't
from the
know.
Tenryou Commission.
She is
They said they had
ridiculously
something
strong.
important to discuss with him. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
That's
Just
good,
a
I
little
guess.
while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable.
The Shogunate probably wants to show some type of goodwill.
Thank you. Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryou Commission.
Oh, we're gonna go see Kujo
Alright.
Sada.
I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
When are we gonna finally see Kazuha? It's always really awkward whenever they start a story quest without immediately seeing the character themselves. Like, that's what I liked about Yalan's, was that we just met her immediately. Here, it's been a few cutscenes now. I have heard mixed feelings about this story quest, but I'm gonna try to stay positive about it. We'll see. We'll see. Yellow? Oh, he's here. Hi.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, and this is the guy from Raiden Shogun's quest, I'm pretty sure.
Greetings. We were just discussing
Ujo
the
Kamaji,
repealing of the
yup.
Vision Hunt decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation.
So what does
We
Kazuha have
invited
to do
Mr.
with this?
Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the shogunate.
Oh, okay,
Your
okay.
hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also,
Hard
I've been
work.
granted the chance to correct
You
my
were
plan's
just
past
calling him a
mistakes,
criminal
and
like
for that,
a year ago.
I'm deeply grateful. The almighty shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission
I'm happy to see that Raiden is actually trying to do stuff around here.
The honor of the Kaidahara name.
Unlike Venti and
Regarding the
Zhongli.
history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed.
I've heard a thing or two.
In short,
I
there was
did
once a group of
Irodori.
select
Yep.
bladesmiths who
They're
served
probably
the
filling
shogun
you in
directly,
here in case you haven't done the
responsible for upholding
Irodori
and
festival.
further
If you
developing
want to
the
see the
traditional blade forging
cutscenes, I
arts of the
uploaded them here on
almighty
the
shogun.
channel.
The
I already
Kaidahara
talked
clan
about that.
belonged to
I'm gonna
this
say
class.
that this entire time.
But there came a
Look,
time
I
when
need to
some of
start
these
shilling my
bladesmiths
content.
revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui.
Of course, it's always the
attributing all of the blame to the
Fatui.
Kamisato
It
and
is always
Kaidahara
the
clans was neither
Fatui.
proper nor
It's either
just.
the Fatui or the treasure
Considering
hoarders or
Mr.
the
Kaidahara
abyss.
has once more made an
Just think
outstanding
about it.
contribution to Inazuma. The almighty shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the
Good.
past.
We love
In the interest of preventing
compensation.
further harassment of the bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the almighty shogun and the shogunate at large. However, would I be correct to assume that
Oh my
this
gosh, it's been so long
magnanimous
since I've heard
gesture
Kazuha's
does not come
voice.
without
I'm
some
gonna
strings
lower it
attached?
actually a little bit.
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice. With the Kaidahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaidaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will
Oh.
finally come to an end. You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City with the almighty
Really?
shogun's blessing and full support of the shogunate.
I have
Really
grown
now?
accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer
He's
feel
used
at
to
home
being
behind
a
the tall
spoony
walls of a
bard,
stately
just
abode.
going everywhere.
Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaidahara, and the art of blade making for which it
Kazuha's
stood.
just like, my line ends with me.
I do have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
Malicious rumors, where?
Malicious rumors?
Hello?
All we heard on the way here was so much
Nobody
praise
said
of
anything
you
bad
when
during
you went into
Irodori
the
either. I'm
Kaidahara
confused.
town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that
Can't
Mr.
beat that
Kaedehara really
Musonohitsu.
parried the Shogun's strike.
Hachi.
Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a
A
result, the falsehood that
delusion.
Kaedehara
No, no,
Kazuha
no,
was
no.
using
That
a
was just
delusion
his
began to spread.
friend.
What? But that doesn't make sense.
Whoever. His name is not actually Tomo, by the way. I know, not Toma, Tomo.
Still looks fine.
But yeah, I know the fandom loves
That is
calling him
correct.
Tomo. That is
However,
just a
to
fan
some
name.
people, the idea of a
Literally,
single person wielding two
Kazuha's
elements at
friend has
once
not
is
had
of
an
more
actual name
inconceivable
confirmed in
notions.
game yet at all.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way.
He just wants to be a
But
popular
perhaps
bard.
if the shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Sure.
Please allow me some time to consider. In
Some
fact,
time?
let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then,
So there's
What
this
brings the two of you
scary,
here?
beefy guy around looking
We
for
barely
you.
forgot about the most important thing.
You and Paimon recount the attack on the outskirts
Why
of
would
town to
such a dangerous
not to
individual be looking
Inazuma,
for me?
to Kazuha. Could it be that you trained with under the same master?
no. This puzzles me as much as it does you. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing.
So that
We
means his
undergo
family?
rigorous training to
Oh wait,
stand
didn't I
against
just say
every
this?
motion the blade
I just didn't want to
so that
answer
each can be
that
fairly
he was
assessed
flat out
quality.
Kazuha's brother.
Over
I would have
time,
sooner
these
believed that he's like
techniques
his
came to
cousin or
form
something.
of a Kaedehara sword art,
He has to be
focused on blade
Kaedehara
testing,
though.
but
That
with a
other
full
guy.
repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back. This guy was a serious
This
nut.
guy? Okay, I am aware
sounds
of drama
highly aggressive.
surrounding
Anyone he
Paimon's voice
targets is at
actor,
risk of serious injury.
but
Or worse.
I still
In that
every
case,
once in a while
I
I'm
will send
I'm
some men out
impressed.
immediately
I'm
to search for
impressed
him.
by the voice acting for
Thank you.
Paimon.
I must say I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the traveler in investigating the one who attacked him, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Easy, yeah, no
Come
problem.
on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
Your aggressor. I think my favorite part of this quest is just hearing
He knows the most
Kazuha's.
about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
Let's see what Ryuji has to say. But yeah, I think my favorite part about it is hearing Kazuha's voice acting, because I love hearing Kazuha's voice all the time. Very good. Very calming. There's just something about like I think it's even more calming than like Albedo's, and Albedo's voice is very calming. This quest did have a pretty slow start here, but maybe it'll pick up a little bit, right? Maybe. Hello, Ryuji. Ryuji Sakamoto? Wrong game. Wrong game.
A quick question. Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kaedehara Kazuha, we mean.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaedehara.
Mr.
I've
Kaedehara.
heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
You are too kind.
Kazuha, maybe
We are
one day
currently
I'll actually
investigating
remember to
the
get your
assault and would
artifacts
appreciate
together.
Any help you can offer.
Oh?
People run
You
what
were
on him
targeted in an
nowadays?
assault?
4-piece Viridescent
Let me
Venerer?
think.
I already have it on
I
Venti,
can't
but I
seem
guess
to
I could get it for
recall anything
Kazuha
of
too.
immediate interest. Mr. Kaedehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking.
There are
for him.
always.
To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaedehara's personal
So they want to
information.
stalk him?
Some
I
of
don't
them
like
are
that.
offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these
Also, I
were more
realize my mic is
legitimate
obnoxiously
commissions,
in the way. I'm
Sangha would
sorry.
have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions of Mora?
Mora.
Oh, wait, even at that
Money.
price, you probably still shouldn't.
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of
Aw,
course.
Kazuha being
No matter
sweet
what, we
about it,
only
and
take
meanwhile
on legitimate
Paimon's just
cases. We
exasperated.
don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it.
I actually don't talk to the
Sorry,
detectives much.
I
I
got a
think there's a
little off
mini game
topic.
you can do with the
What
dog
I'm
here.
really trying to say is,
I don't
it
know.
doesn't
I
surprise me that a
choose to
complete
ignore
stranger
it.
is
The
looking
two
for
things
Mr.
in Inazuma
Kaidehara.
I haven't done is the
But I
detective
wouldn't
stuff
know where to begin
and
if we
the
want to connect this with an
Omari
assault.
Tamari.
Then
I
let's
haven't
put
done the
that connection
Tamari
aside for now.
stuff either at
Have
all.
there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as
I really should though. They
particularly
have Primo
unusual?
Gems.
The Tenryou Commission had very few leads.
Wake up,
I
Yannick.
thought you might have some information from different sources.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But
Oh, believe me,
typically,
Ayato
it's only the
always
most
knows what's
trivial
going
events that
on.
manage to
I've done a
escape their
story
attention.
quest.
If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryou Commission would absolutely get
Hey,
involved.
I got attacked.
Oh, that does make sense.
I got attacked, so what does that mean?
Looks like the trail's already run cold.
Should we just wander
I
around
still find it
Byakko
difficult
Plains?
to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now.
It was also not easy for me to fight him off.
I am well aware of your talents.
I am well aware.
There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the
Aw,
poor victim,
Kazuha.
this would be a completely senseless crime.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaidehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me. Truth be told,
I think what came
I
over
don't know
Kazuha
quite what
was the
came over me in
ambitions
that
his
moment.
friends had for him.
You
At
are
least that's
much
what I
too
like to
humble.
think.
Don't worry, I completely understand.
I'm pretty
your
sure his
concerns.
friend just
I will try my
absolutely
best
took
to gather
over that
whatever
whole
leads I
moment.
can for you. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve an attack, though. Let me tell you about it just in case.
sure,
Wake up!
during times like this, the more information we have, the better.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time.
Evil.
One of them is a
Why would
pretty
they go
well-known
missing?
collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Maybe that's the samurai we ran into earlier.
Now there's a familiar name.
I'm trying to remember what that name is.
Right.
Amenoma.
Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy. Two
Oh, you
grown
mean the
men
smithy
going
we've been
missing
at?
the same time.
Oh.
Their
Maybe they got
cases are likely
brainwashed.
connected, but I don't
At
know
least
much in the way of
that's what I
details.
think. Or maybe a ghost, a
I recall this
yokai?
because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for.
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this
Maybe they
man,
know
nor do I
you
have
though,
any
like your
idea why he may
family,
wish to
because
attack
your
me.
family was famous for crafting, right? Let's investigate both incidents at the same time.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making some inquiries at the Amenoma Smithy.
At the Amenoma
Sounds
Smithy.
good. All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
Through the mist, a name unveiled. That's the Amenoma Togul for information, okay? Hello, old man. Old man.
Ah, if it isn't Kaidehara
It's always weird to hear
Kazuha,
NPCs be voice
what
acted.
brings you here
Because
today?
I just think about, like, why they put voice acting in these cutscenes, but they don't put voice acting in cutscenes like the
Yes,
Sakura cleansing
the Kaedahara
ritual,
and Amenoma
which I think is
clans
one
were
of the
both
best
members of the
designed
Raiden
quest lines
Gokunen.
in the game, by the
Historically,
way.
there have always been deep
I
links
I
between
don't know
the
if
two
I've done it all
clans.
on stream. I
After
might
I
have.
returned to Inazuma, I visited
I should
Mr.
put it up
Amenoma
on
to pay my
YouTube if I can find
respects.
it. I'll try. I'll try one day. If people really want to, I'll do it. So after you returned to Inazuma, you visited Mr. Amenoma to pay your respects, okay?
Yes. You may recall the story of the Raiden Gokunen from the Iridori Festival.
Extra dialogue for me because it did the Iridori Festival. Thank you.
Though all bladesmiths trace their craft back to the same source, over time,
See, so they
Each of
do
us
know
has
the
arrived at a different
Kayadehara
blade-making
clan pretty well.
philosophy, spawning the development of different branches of the same art. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water, as it turns
Water?
stone to
Kazuha
sand.
seems like he listens to
There is
wind.
nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in and day out, until both body and mind have memorized the craft, turning each motion of every technique into an intrinsic part of the bladesmith's life. As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's called the Ishin
The
art.
Ishin art. Yep, that
That's
is the
right.
name.
Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins. For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings, and eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
So I did see the
Indeed.
trailer for this patch,
Most
right?
samurai
When he
choose their
says an
blades,
extension
but
of
an
the
Ishin
person's
blade
will,
chooses its
think
owner.
about how Kazuha looks like he got
without a doubt,
possessed
the most worthy wielder of an
in the
Ishin
trailer, and I'm
blade.
wondering what's gonna lead up to
It
that point of
gladdens
him
my
looking like he got
heart to see that
possessed.
although the Kaedehara
And
clan
who
has
is
fallen
possessing
on
him is
hard
the other
times,
question that I should be
its
asking.
ideals and virtues are alive and well.
And well,
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan. But let's get back on topic. The purpose
get
of our
back on
visit
topic.
today is to gather some information on your missing nephew.
oh
We
yeah.
hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes. My nephew.
Oh,
I
poor old
reported the
man. I'm
case to the
sorry,
Tenryou
dude.
Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so
I wonder
far,
who could it be taking
didn't
these
say a
people,
word
though?
before he
Could it be
left,
that samurai that
which
attacked
is very
us?
unlike him.
I wonder what happens if you
I'm
lose to
still
that
completely at a
samurai.
loss on what to make of it, but I've done what I can so far.
I don't want to think about it.
Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryou Commission.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I
Oh,
believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse. And neither of them came back.
the fire.
Yes. Strange, isn't it?
Now, what could have caused
I
it?
wonder what could have caused it.
Oh my.
Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind.
Was it
So
the
nobody
Fatui?
knows what really happened.
It's always the Fatui.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon.
Rare weapon.
Otherwise, there would have been no reason for him to get my hopes up.
I guess that makes
He's never
sense.
been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality. He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking
Objectionable.
for,
Objection!
this friend of mine.
Yeah, it was me.
Based on the evidence we have gathered so far,
The purple
only
traveler,
Yuya
soon to be
seems
green
match
traveler.
The suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible.
Do you know what Yuya looks
Yuya is
like?
not that kind
Do you
of person.
remember?
He is humble and kind.
I mean, you
Even
remember
his
how he
training
acts.
is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
Is that so?
Is that
Yes.
so?
If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason.
If you say so,
But
buddy. If you say
With that
so.
said,
Maybe he's
it's equally
possessed
out of
too.
character for him to just
But
disappear
where are these ghosts
with
coming
neither
from?
farewell
If they're possessing
nor fair
people.
warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me. Anyway, should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Your son is probably possessed by a ghost,
We
buddy.
have our word.
You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya
Then we'll need to get info from the Nagato family.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other.
Oh,
Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
sure. Hello? Nagato oh my gosh, I can't even say her name right. Nagato Sachiko.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing.
No,
and
we're
I'm
not
still
debt
trying to
collectors,
find
girl.
him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if we may.
If we may.
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again.
Girl, you need to take care of your
I'm
debt.
sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
We have no
I'm afraid
idea.
we don't have any new information.
Yeah,
at the moment.
sorry.
We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things.
Of what, though?
He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Oh, your husband sounds
happened?
kinda not that
He
great.
lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more
Oh,
things.
he got into
and even
gacha.
resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them.
That's what
Our
happened. He
expenses
just
really
got into
spiraled out of control
gacha.
when he started getting interested in weapons.
Yup, he's trying to
It
roll
was
on the
awful.
weapon banner.
There were days when he'd spend hours
He's
down at
trying
the
to roll on
warehouse
the weapon
admiring
banner
his
and get
weapons, even
the
as debt collectors
5-star
were
weapon, and he
descending
keeps
upon our house.
losing the
He wouldn't
50-50,
sell
and he's
them,
in
wouldn't
debt.
even touch them.
Yep. Actually, no, the
Just
weapon
sat
banner
there
always has a
staring at them
50-50.
like
Oh, no,
he
it
was in a
doesn't. Not
trance.
anymore. That's how
I'm
you know
happy
you're a
he has
1.0
hobby, and I'm
player.
willing to support
I
him.
played back when the weapon
But
banner
making
always had a
things meet has
50-50.
to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts,
Oh my
I would
god.
divorce him and take the children with me.
Whoa!
What an ultimatum.
And that led to an argument.
And that's when he
Actually,
became
it
lost.
didn't.
Oh, it didn't?
Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed
That's
of
not an
threatening him
interesting
with
couple
divorce
dynamic,
if the
leaving
debts
all
hadn't
the
pushed our
decision-making
family
to
the
someone.
brink. After I said those
don't know how to
words,
feel about
he
that.
froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything
It almost seems
back.
like he became a different
But then
person.
what?
Maybe
If I
that's
didn't
when he
draw
got
the line, what
possessed.
would happen to our family?
It's important to set boundaries, but he seemed like he changed so quickly.
Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament.
Such a predicament.
And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me.
Yeah.
The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
Oh no.
I see. I understand.
Yeah.
Amin Omayuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
$20 says that it was
At
the
first,
Fatui who set
I
up the
assumed
fire.
They must have gotten into an argument over the price.
It has
But
to
my
be it.
husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts.
I think he's just. I think
Even
he
though
might
I'm
be our
still a
guy
little mad
though.
at him. We're a family.
This Nagato
and I want us to
person
face our family's
sounds like it
crisis
could be
together.
him. who
As long
attacked
as
us.
he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye.
I think he might be our
If
guy.
collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life,
That's
it is
what I'm
quite
saying. He
unusual for
had to
this
have been
habit to change
possessed.
so drastically over a short period. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Amenoma Yuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument.
Maybe they both got possessed.
This situation
But-
is getting a little confusing.
Maybe they both
A
held the
little
weapon at the same
confusing.
time.
More like completely mystifying.
Were they possessed by the same person?
Let's try a change
would be
of
weird.
scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
We don't even have any leads
Thank
about where
you
we should
so
start
much.
looking.
I just want him to
At
come
least I
home.
can't think of anything where we can start looking.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance.
Yeah.
The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery.
Who caused the
Do you have any
fire?
thoughts?
Look, I'm trying to think about this, Paimon. I'm trying to. My
Maybe
brain is trying so
someone
hard to spin
accidentally
around
knocked over a
and process
fire
this dialogue.
And, nope, never mind.
Never
Paimon's
mind.
brain needs to rest for a
Paimon's the
while.
cutscene skipper. They must have had an argument during the sale. Perhaps the fire was deliberately used to hide the truth. We're still missing crucial information.
Right. I very much agree with you. It seems highly likely that we're missing a piece of the puzzle.
We need to know what
Working
happened
off
that
what we
caused
know
the
so far,
fire.
there are too many things that don't add up. The chances
I
are
have
that there are
played
still
Phoenix
some
Wright.
clues left for us to discover.
I'm.
One
th- th-
fact that I
so
keep coming
Genshin
back
is this
to
weird mix
is
of
that Ame no Yuya
exploration,
is polite and well-mannered,
JRPG, gacha
while
with
Mr.
visual
Nagato is
novels.
introvert
Like that's
and
one thing I've
passive.
noticed that the story quests have
Neither
developed
seems like the
into in
type
the
of
hangout
person
events,
who is
especially the
inclined
hangout events,
towards
especially look like an
initiating
otome
conflict.
mode visual
Mr.
novel.
Nagato, being
But,
heavily in debt, is also
it
the
seems
only
that
one of
they
them with
make the story
potential motive
quests
to
and
disappear after the fire.
The hangout
The more
events
I
very
ponder it, the
akin
more
to
puzzling it
visual
becomes.
novels like Phoenix
Just
Wright,
What could have happened?
which
there?
visual novels are not everybody's cup of tea. So I can totally understand people who skip the hangout events and the story quests because they probably don't like visual novels.
Right. Although the time frame seems
Which
to
this is
broaden,
what this is very
no
akin
other
to one.
details that we've
So
learned seem to
I
link
don't.
the two events
The
together.
dialogue can end up being pretty
Ame no
dry,
Yuya
like
lacks a
visual
key
novels,
distinguishing feature of
but
the attacker.
there's a lot to
Namely,
digest
that he
here.
is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Yeah, I don't know where to go from here. Unless if Kazuha has a
Let's
bright
keep
idea.
going, since we've come this far.
But
If
where?
we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but where should we go now?
Yeah.
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some shreds of
Oh, this is
evidence.
probably a domain. This burnt warehouse is probably our domain where we have to go, huh? Go to the warehouse where the fire broke out. The warehouse is all the way out here. Hello?
Wait,
Huh?
I hear something ominous in the wind.
In the wind.
Oh, this must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear.
Wait, shouldn't we be able to
As
hear it
sketchy as
too?
That whole thing seems.
Because
You did put
when
it
we
to
were
good use
attacked,
when
we
were
also
chasing down
heard
that vision piece of Vado's
something in the wind
tournament,
too.
So,
I knew we could count on you.
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in
A
addition to the
smell?
sound.
What are you,
It's
Razor?
right around here somewhere.
What, are you Shao?
but there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in.
Where did
felt
it go?
Very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami.
That's one thing I didn't expect to encounter here. I don't even remember what the Tatarigami is.
Indeed.
What
But
was it
this
again?
unexpected spring of inauspicious
I don't
energy
remember
may
what it
prove to be
is.
of
Oh no.
benefit to our investigation.
Oh my gosh.
We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
Is this the domain?
So it's an underground warehouse.
This is our domain right here,
The force
gamers.
is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place, but the residue it left behind still hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
No.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time.
Surely someone would have noticed.
From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in grave debt.
Okay.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Oh, we're gonna find them
back.
possessed down
I'll
there.
open the door and take a look inside.
That is dangerous.
If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth.
I guess you have a
You
point.
needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking, the risk here is trivial.
Trivial. If you say so. If you say so.
Huh?
Huh?
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything.
Oh, wait.
It looks like
It
a fire
collapsed?
caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing.
That was too scary. Paimon was
The
so
boogeyman.
sure that the warehouse boogeyman was
They
about to
typoed
jump out
boogeyman,
at
by
us.
the way. Boogeyman is
All
spelled
we can
wrong
do now
there.
is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energy's source left this place. Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune has already befallen them. Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from.
Yeah.
Quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you too will perceive its
Or
ominous
I can use
presence in the
elemental
wind.
sight, which is probably what I'm gonna do, right? Follow the scent and look for clues. Hello? We can see the scent? Ew. That's kind of gross, isn't it? Look at this. Somebody keeps farting. Absolutely nasty. We're just following fart clouds. This is so gross. Huh?
From this point, the trail appears to split into two.
Oh, we
The
have to
main
split
source
up?
of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance,
Oh, the
portion
guys
remained
probably
here,
split up.
and seems to be dissipating slowly.
Yeah, so Nagato and Amanoma Yuya.
Quite possibly. Let's search the area.
Let us search the area. Follow the scent and look for clues.
Look at all those hilly churls. They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to
Hi.
be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun to use. It's what?
Look at this red stuff.
Blood?
What is
But
it?
whose blood is
By the
it?
looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing.
But why is it red?
Ink is bone
Ugh.
dry.
Makes
must
it
have
almost
been
seem like
written
it's
quite some time
blood.
ago. Well, let's take a look.
I am Nagato. I was wounded by Amanoma Yuya. He took my most precious blade. I chased him, but I could not catch him. I lay down here to rest on account of my exhaustion. I thought that I might croak right here. My stomach kept on bleeding, but it seems that some strange power sustained me. Why did he steal that blade? I was going to sell it to him. He even burned my warehouse down. Oh, it hurts. But for some reason I can't fall unconscious, so all I can do is distract him from the pain is to write. What will happen to Sachiko, Yuichi, and Yuji? I'm sorry to them. I really am. Only now do I realize how stuck in my ways I was and how blind to my obsession. I must have been cursed. I collected all those strange and bizarre things, and they won me not one iota of happiness or warmth. Put it all together, and it still wouldn't have been worth a single word from her mouth. Thank you. And sorry for letting you down, Sachiko. Oh no, this guy got... Is he dead?
According to this letter,
He sounds
conflict
dead.
arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a
This
blade
Nagato person
belonging
sounds
to Mr.
dead.
Nagato.
He's
Yuya
freaking
started the
dead.
fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could.
But I still
eventually
wonder,
stopping here.
does
to write
maybe the
this
sword
letter
possesses
strength
each
gave
person,
out.
right?
So,
Maybe the sword possessed
where
Mr.
is he?
Nagato first and then possessed the other
He
guy.
was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters.
Oh, he's freaking
I'm afraid
dead.
he may no longer be with us. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls.
Oh, you know what's really creepy
nothing more
is
for
that
us
we
to
know
find
that the
here.
Hilly Churls were human. Let's ask the Tenryou Commission to do a search later. There are more important things to look at right now.
Yes. Right now, we need to uncover some more important truths. If Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people
Amenoma
in discrimin-
Yuya was freaking murdered
then
off
the longer we take
screen.
to find him, the more people risk meeting the same tragic end.
right. So let's get moving.
Wait, no, not... No, I keep confusing their names. No, it was Mr. Nagato who was freaking gone.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Tatarigami. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be their pursuit of further power and skill.
Yeah.
All the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected, it seems that now we know the thread that runs between them. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Wait, you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
Well, I mean,
I
I
believe
would hope
so.
so.
But it's something of an outlandish idea. I will only be able to confirm my suspicions once we've met him in person. On with the search. We must stay vigilant. At
Oh,
any
I'm
point
sorry,
now, we
y'all.
may
I
find
smacked my
ourselves in
mic.
danger.
I hate whenever I do that. I feel like such a clown. Keep following the sun and looking for clues. Oh, we got wind currents, just like Kazuha's first quest. All the way back in 1.6. Keep following the scent. Now, who's making these wind currents? Was it Kazuha? If only these wind currents would stay permanent so that it would be easier to get from island to island. That would be a very smart move. But no. No Hoyoverse.
He seems to have stayed here for a long time.
Why?
How did he
here?
get over
Is there
here?
anything special
He
about
must have
this
taken a
place?
boat.
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time.
Show
Oh,
yourself.
he's coming back. Oh,
It's no use hiding
he
anymore.
sounded so angry. Oh, is this our guy? This is our guy right here.
Kaidehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Hi.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before.
So why is he going around?
Problem, huh?
Oh,
What
that
can you
weapon.
possibly have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Amenome Yuya that stands before us.
Smells
But
darkness
what
like
if
Riku
instead of
Kingdom
facing
Hearts.
Amenome
Yeah.
Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
I think that's the weapon we're looking for. I heard this is the new free-to-play weapon they added this patch.
Now that you mention it, It is giving off a strange light.
It looks horrifying.
Whoa, surely you don't mean...
Clearly you don't
Are
mean.
you serious?
That's the weapon right
energy
there.
often lodges itself within physical objects.
Oh,
then works to
so it
subtly affect
possessed
any living organisms in its vicinity.
Nagato
The
first.
blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse
Yes,
for many
and then
years,
it affected
affecting
Yuya.
his state of mind. And
Manoma
more
Yuya.
recently, using the sale as a means to affect, or rather, as a means to occupy Amenoma Yuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought.
He is pretty sharp,
You've
isn't
already
he?
deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition.
Oh, the sword
I
is
was his
talking.
pride
Oh my
and joy.
gosh.
In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams.
Wait, Ishin tradition? That's Kazuha's
Descendant
tradition.
of the Kaidahara clan. You should be able to guess our greatest regret.
Oh, what happened with
presume it has something to do with
Irodori?
the
Yep,
Raiden
the Raiden
Gokaden.
Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya.
I
He
wonder
was
if we're
a
gonna run
blacksmith
into
of
them in
great renown, a
Snezhnaya.
master of his
All the way
craft.
out in
There was
what?
nothing that he could not
7.0?
accomplish.
7.0?
was
We're
more
gonna have to wait
time
until
and a little
7.0
faith.
to meet this guy
Sure
again?
enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do.
Well, no, he's
All
dead,
of
but
his
maybe we'll
life's
see
work,
remnants of him
his
over in
wisdom,
Snezhnaya is what
his
I'm trying to
skill.
say here.
It culminated in his creation of me. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own.
Oh my.
In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
Okay, we get it. Don't need to be so full of yourself. Jeez.
Swords can become conscious and
Control people?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon. But that gave me the opportunity to take action.
If you say so, buddy.
After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to
The
distant
sword?
land
The
of
sword returned to
Inazuma.
Inazuma?
Moving from one person to the next.
Oh my
I controlled the minds
gosh.
of countless hosts along the way. Each
What a
bringing me
ridiculous
one
ghost.
Step closer to my ancestral home. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade.
You want to fight the
prove my
Raiden
power,
Shogun?
The might of
My dude,
Ishin
you should have
art.
seen what happened to La Signora. You wouldn't last
So
5
Amenoma
seconds.
Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
Do they all die?
Hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission.
They all
When
died.
they got tired or injured or unusable, I hopped to the next
Oh
one in
my
line.
god.
All I needed them for was to
This
take
ghost
me
must have
back
killed
to
so many people to
Inazuma.
get back here.
you're awful.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you.
You want to
By
possess
your hand,
Kazuha?
I shall defeat the Raiden
By your
Shogun.
hand? He's gonna possess Kazuha.
Kaidahara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is
And what
to
if
come.
Kazuha refuses?
Now, give your body over to me!
I don't think that's happening, buddy. Where is this guy? Hello? Oh, he disappeared.
This is order. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Oh, 30k. Thank you, child, for continuing to do ridiculous amount of damage.
Rewrite history!
Yeah.
Do not stand in my way.
I heard
or
that.
will
I heard, by
strike
the way,
you
I saw
down
on
too.
TikTok that Kazuha build. Of course, they always let you play the character one time during their story
Lost.
quest, but
I can
I
never
heard
lose.
Kazuha's build
It
is
this
awful.
body
They
that
built
has
him
reached
like
its limit,
terribly.
nothing more.
Which honestly, my Kazuha doesn't have any artifacts
Even if
on
you
him,
defeat
so I
me
didn't even
here,
notice the
one who
difference.
falls will not be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new
Yeah, we'll
vessel
just
at
break
will.
the sword into pieces right now.
The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall
Oh, it's like a
endure.
Wendigo.
By any means necessary and any medium available,
Oh my
I shall
gosh.
return and fulfill my destiny.
The weapon looks so scary. It
Your
looks like it
fighting
has
style.
eyes.
It is indeed the
3 of
forms of
them.
Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Really? You can tell all that just from his
It is
moves?
the way of the
As
samurai.
I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Aminome Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition.
Soul
You believe
Edge.
I am your
Yeah.
only hope.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that
So-
regard, why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that is in the past.
Huh?
I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed
Oh, I
blade
guess he
that
has a
can
point
possess its
there, I
owner.
guess.
Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped.
But how was he trapped?
After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak,
Oh.
to the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Why doesn't he
Oh,
just force the
that's
sword
right.
on Kazuha?
Remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Aminome Yuya and make your escape.
Oh.
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it
Despair,
threatens
like
to overwhelm
Danganronpa.
you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost.
Yeah.
I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more you wished to run from the truth. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a delusional fantasy.
What would you know
Oh,
about
I see
any
the
of
wordplay
this?
he did
I'm
there.
just one step
Vision
away
to
from
delusion.
achieving my goal.
I see what he did
You
there.
returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities.
Yeah,
and showed
call
a
him out.
blatant
Call him
disregard
out.
for human life. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
You.
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding. How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle
One
of
thing I do want to
harmony
say though is the
between
sword did
blade
mention
and its
Kazuha
bearer?
doesn't know too much about Ishin art
Silence,
though.
you blabbering fool. I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream and the very purpose for which I was brought into being.
I'm
You
slouching.
concede that you are most
Sit up.
perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
And you should face
To
reality.
lose one vision
Easy
is
for
to
you
lose
to say.
one's
Facing
ambition.
reality offers me nothing. have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation.
Oh my gosh,
not
he is angry.
self-reflection, And
Are you gonna fight him
certainly
again?
Not your so-called
A third time?
reality. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaedahara clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
So what was the point of this conversation if Kazuha's gonna end up possessed anyway?
I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet.
Is Kazuha actually gonna
Now
fight the
put your
Raiden Shogun
strength
in
to
his
the test.
quest again?
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power will more than convince you.
Oh my gosh.
Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
You're dealing with a cursed blade. This is actually kind of chaotic.
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the blade's
Why don't we
puppet.
just break the blade right
The
here
cursed
and
blade's
now?
strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor.
I guess that makes
The power
sense.
of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it.
He's just a
Since I don't
bard who
have any similar
vibes.
kinds
He
of
just
obsessions,
goes with the
I should be able
flow.
to put up some resistance for a while.
Some resistance. I don't know about that one.
So,
Even if things take a turn for the worse,
Oh, he's doing the
still have you
pose.
both
He's
here
doing the
with
pose
me.
that the traveler
we have a
does.
chance
The little
here to
hand
save
pose.
an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
It's not like I can stop you.
Your
I'm gonna be
disdain for me
honest.
betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in your hand.
Oh my. Kazuha's gonna get freaking possessed! Is he okay? Is he tempered? Hi, are you alright?
Kazuha?
Is he okay?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment.
Only for a moment.
It's all right.
Eh.
So far, this was as I expected.
If something feels off, just let me know. And what about Amenoma Yuya? Is he alright?
will. Thank you.
Or is he still possessed too?
Next, have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies.
Where
Although
though?
this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power.
Oh, it's like
If he
Soul
wants to
Eater. Y'all
avoid
gotta
reality,
resonate.
Then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it.
What
shouldn't
what did they
last
say
long
in
in
Soul
an
Eater? A
intense combat
sound
situation.
soul requires a sound mind and a sound body.
Hearing about something
Or
from
something
the
like that.
Adventurers Guild. Since the Takatsukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
We have to go back to that domain again?
All right.
Oh lord.
Please lead the way.
What about Amenoma Yuya? What should we do with him?
He's just kind of
The
standing
blade
there.
says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us.
He's just gonna trail us.
Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
He's just gonna follow us around?
This is a good
Ugh.
idea. It's a pretty treacherous journey.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Just be careful.
Be careful. That was a really long cutscene, y'all. Jeez. This domain here. This domain is probably gonna be a pain in the rear. I'm gonna be honest. I am not excited for this domain. This was once a secret holding of the Takatsukasa clan, which was taken over by Ronin after being abandoned. If you should meet any resistance on the way in, well, might as well check how much strength remains in this mystical sword. Recommended elements, Animo. Since Kazuha is gonna be a trial character, I'm gonna bring
Let's
in
go.
Diluc. Yeah, we'll bring in Diluc. Yeah. I know my party level is too low. Shouldn't Kazuha be a trial character? Like, if we go in, he should be in here, right? There he is. Oh, he's alone. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this Kazuha has the prized Ishin Blade Refinement rank 1. Can we level it? Oh, we can't do anything with it. All right, let's
Everything on
see.
this journey to
I heard
me.
his build is terrible. Hi. He seems pretty okay. These guys are really weak to Animo now. Like, it's kind of ridiculous.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Oh, Kaza is so fun to play. Yeah. I'm so glad I rolled him. I'm so glad. He actually was very fun.
How are you feeling? You okay?
He seemed okay.
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use.
What is that glowy thing? Is
Everyone's
that?
making every
That's
effort
probably
to
an
persevere.
orb, an energy orb
do
that
not
I
think he
didn't
can
pick up.
last
It's
much
frozen
longer.
in the air. That looks really cool.
Something else on your mind?
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm.
Oh.
Let's keep going.
Sure. Give me those orbs. Yeah, give me those orbs. Oh, we got treasure here. In case y'all are not done leveling up your Sacred Sakura, yours truly is done leveling a Sacred Sakura because I suffered. Boy, did I suffer. I'm just gonna check if I missed anything else. Usually they only put like 1 or 2 chests in these story quest domains because they are one time only. Oh shoot, that is not what I meant to hit at all. Hey, there's something I can destroy over here. Hello? Yeah, there's a door here. How do I open this door? That's weird.
Wind strike.
Love this music. Hi. Oh, we're gonna infuse you with pyro. Hi. Yeah, infuse them all with pyro. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this energy recharge is terrible. Please, I need. Oh, perfect.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Yeah. Give me those orbs. I can play Kazuha pretty okay.
Something's up with the blade.
It's dimmer. What?
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield.
What does that mean
He
then?
cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
Then what are we supposed to do?
What would that do to Amanome Yuya?
Manuma Yuya would probably be dead on the
I will
ground.
be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily.
He claims.
He's still trying to achieve his goal.
Let's hope this sword doesn't break. Keep going and defeat the opponents, huh? Oh my gosh, what is this flying stuff here? This domain is horrifying. Door of Resurrection activated. Oh, just in case you... I feel so bad if anyone has a hard time with this. And let me know if you... let me know if y'all know anyone who had a hard time fighting this guy, because I would feel really bad. Ow. It also doesn't help that I'm not good at dodging.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Get out of here.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
Yes. And it looks like he's reached his limit.
Then what are we supposed to
It's grown a
do?
bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
We're gonna have to repair
Perhaps
this
time
thing.
we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
It's true form, huh?
Form? What are you talking about?
Limit break?
Huh? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
Oh, that's its true form.
If you choose to
Oh.
continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma
He's gonna
has
need
left you
someone who
battered
can
and
fix
broken.
him, like
You
you,
barely need steadying
Kazuha.
anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield
A sound
commendable power.
a sound
But
soul.
regrettably, we
It's
are
a sound
nothing alike.
mind and a sound body.
I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Oh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Here they are! Take them down!
Oh my gosh, more of them. Hi.
Where do they keep coming from?
You shouldn't fight with this blade anymore.
Yup. We can help this time.
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
Oh, so he lost his weapon, right? We're using a fillet blade? Are you kidding me? On hit? Oh my gosh.
Time to go.
Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't you touch me. Oh, I got hit real bad. Ow, 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 ow. To Kazuha.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You fought way better.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am.
Oh, the Ishin blade is
No
back
one knew
with...
anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth.
The first person, huh?
I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
He needs fixing
But
up,
in
that's
this
what he
too, You have
needs.
failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is.
Hmm.
Perhaps I shall never reach that level of glory.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
A generic blade. Wow, Walmart brand.
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power. Skill, blade, determination, and desire.
Are we
All
not going to
these
talk
must
about the
be
fact that
aligned in
Kazuha's
the
friend took
practice
him
of
over
Ishin art.
during the most crucial moment? Back in 2.1?
There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past.
Oh my.
It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
Ah.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach. The moment you embarked on this journey,
Why don't you take
lost
up the sword,
only person who
Kazuha?
could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
Oh.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, do not worry, from here on
I wonder if we're gonna
shall
get a
forge your
cutscene.
legacy."
You know what the cutscene is? The cutscene's probably when Kazuha is
How
fixing
could
up
I
this
go
thing.
back on my
Because every
word?
story quest has a cutscene.
Aw.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
Where is he going? Hello?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things.
Sometime. Is he gonna go with us? Hello? Kazuha?
When I touched the hilt for the first time,
I missed a
it's as
chest!
if I was
Y'all, there's a
transported
chest
to a
right
strange
there!
dimension.
How did I not see it?
It was somewhere I've never been.
Oh my
A
gosh.
bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the Blade's memory, wasn't it?
Yeah, it must have
Indeed.
been.
While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths.
Yeah.
He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one
I
day
genuinely
return his
think we're
single,
gonna run into
proudest
this again
creation
when we go into
back to the land
Snezhnaya.
of his
They
birth.
cannot just drop this
So he
here.
instructed this sentient
I have
blade
a
to find
feeling we're
way
gonna come back to this in
Inazuma,
Snezhnaya. We
no
have
matter how
to.
long or how hard the journey. But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith,
Aw.
that they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were warped by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Shame it's too late.
Oh my,
now.
excuse me. I'm glad I muted my mic in
Yes.
time.
It is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey.
Oh,
seems
I
to have
mean, that
calmed
is the
down.
theme of Inazuma, isn't
Let's
it?
go and check in.
The theme of Inazuma is eternity, but that's just something that is nigh impossible to achieve. Okay, before we talk to him, I want this chest. Thank you for the primo gems.
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness.
Oh,
But darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Over time, I lost sight of the difference between gratitude and grudge.
yeah, you need
Not
to,
only did I
buddy.
fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenoma Yuya.
But what'll happen to you?
But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the
Kazuha,
entire
adopt this
purpose for my
sword.
existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Yeah, adopt it.
Hey, now you're adding yours into the mix too? Jeez,
Jeez.
push your luck, mister.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder.
That's because we finally got him
What
to
do you
go
think,
back to his
Kazuha?
senses again.
Should we give him a chance?
Yeah, give
Let's
him a
hear it.
chance.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle.
Oh,
Alas,
buddy, if
after
only
that,
you knew.
He never rose from
He never
his
rose
sickbed
from his
again.
sickbed again.
Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between
Are we gonna
samurai.
fight him solo with Kazuha? Are you kidding me?
And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that,
We're gonna fight
I can
Amenoma
convince
Yuya
him to commit
again.
to a fight with
You know, I kind of wish we did fight
You must have
Raiden.
plenty of reasons
Actually,
to both hate
I kind of
me
wish
and
we
desire a
did.
good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
Amenoma Yuya finally regains consciousness. The party explains the situation to him.
He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise
I'm
him
trying to
and his
recognize who
actions.
this voice is. If
But
y'all
since he
know who
stayed
this
true
voice
to
is,
your
let me
agreement by
know. But
releasing
I don't.
He must still have some remaining
I don't know who
semblance
this
of
could
honor.
be.
If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward. I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
I'm trying to think of
There's
Inazuma
no
character
need to
specifically.
worry.
I don't think any
We'll vote for
Inazuma
your
character
innocence
sounds
to
like
the
this
Trial
guy.
Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here.
I guess
In
we'll
any
leave.
case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
We're gonna repair the sword. We're done with the domain. Oh my gosh, we got a fragment for Kazuha. Isn't that cool? Primo gems for myself. Hooray. But yeah, Tifa, I don't know if you're lurking or AFK or whatever, but at least I said hello. Fulfill the cursed blade's wish.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash.
That was a much more relaxed occasion.
Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Even now, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Blade hasn't told us everything. Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel a teensy bit sorry for him.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Oh, we're gonna fight now?
Ready?
Ready?
Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
He is the
Successor
successor.
of Amenoma art, Amenoma Yuya.
Oh,
Honored
we
to cross
face off.
blades with you.
It is my honor
How
also.
convenient that we're fighting him next to Hydro so we can swirl Hydro to this guy. Hi.
Time to go.
Oh my gosh, he actually is trying to post up with me.
Wind Strider.
His energy recharge is even worse this time. I don't know what happened, but it feels worse.
into the wind.
I missed. Frick, 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 frick. Oh my gosh, he's parrying me. Hello?
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Wind strider.
Oh, I got hit by something. I can't see this guy. Hello? Oh my gosh.
Thank you for the experience.
Thanks
Although
for the
he
fight.
appears battered and broken. In your hands, it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance.
Are you
The sense of
sure?
savage cruelty has completely faded away. But that same
I
sense
guess
of
he's getting his
determination
ambition
remains
back.
Strong.
But shouldn't we
also
fix
fought
it up a
well.
little bit?
I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
Oh my gosh, it's so weird to
You
hear
need
that the
not seek
weapon's
my
talking.
forgiveness, nor do I
It
have
feels
the right
so
to forgive
weird.
you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine
Oh
alone.
wait, it's
and not
Kazuha
let them
talking. Oh my
stain the
gosh.
legacy of Ishin
That's so
art.
weird.
I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a
Imagine
worthy
if Kazuha
successor
always
in
had this
Kaede
deep of a
Hara
voice.
Kazuha. I beseech you, please understand this.
This is so jarring.
Yes. I too trust Mr. Kaedehara to do the right thing.
He better do the right thing.
Successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another
That's so
wish.
jarring.
He
He
would like
just
to visit
switched
the Unveiled
back.
Smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
Let's go fix up this blade.
What does he want to go there for?
To fix himself up, right?
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
I sure hope it's coming up to an end. Ere at the end, a glance back. Okay, back to the Amenoma smithy. Oh, excuse me, I have hiccups today. I've been drinking water in between cutscenes.
It's Yuya!
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I'm sorry
Yuya's
for the
back
trouble.
here. You don't want to know what
It's
he's
all
been
thanks
through.
to them that I was able to return safely.
Yeah. You tell Amenoma Toggle about the various things that
A
happened.
prized Ishin blade, turned weapon that controls the human mind.
Yeah.
Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity. But I have some good news as well. Ryuji from the Bonton
Oh
Sango
my
Detective
god,
Agency
Nagato is
tells me that
alive?
they found the missing Mr. Nagato.
I seriously thought that man was dead.
Okay?
Yes, badly wounded, but he
Well,
will live.
I'm honestly surprised. I'm so used to
And
NPCs
now that
dying off
Yuya is
screen.
back, it seems
in
like
this
the
game.
final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
Well, can we at
think
least
I know
fix
what
up
you
the
want to do.
blade?
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
Well, he wants to fix
Tells
himself
me
up,
that he's
right?
thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided
Smile.
to let him do it.
Guess there's nothing we can say to change your mind, huh?
The decision is yours. I trust his judgment.
Thank you. I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
Oh, is this the cutscene? This is the cutscene. Is he okay? Oh my, where is he?
Almost spent.
Is this a plane of
Without him,
euthymia?
my eventual demise
This looks
is
like a plane of
inevitable.
euthymia.
But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything. You mean...
Yes, the cost is my entire consciousness.
Huh? His entire consciousness, he's sacrificing himself to forge himself anew. It's like he's reincarnating.
You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies.
Whoa.
Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come.
Ishin does live on for now.
To prove its
Also, it seems to be the last of the Ishin,
as
though.
long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands. It will still
Oh my.
his final wish.
His final wish, huh?
Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all.
What's his real name?
I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin.
Ah, that's
This
the
name
weapon.
is now yours to keep.
Is to keep, huh?
Rest
Oh, and
in
he's
peace.
gone. He's gone. After leaving the Amanamana Smithy, you learn of the blade's final words to Kazuha.
That's why he said it had to be done in that order.
Wow.
His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's
So he's
wish.
really gone.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name.
That is the
Seems
true
like
name.
Deep down, he
It's such a shame because I heard the sword is actually not that good.
and thus chose to
But-
bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness
looks great with
faded, was
Kazuha.
he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really, really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
You know what's
The
really
same
cool about
fervent
this weapon
ambition
though
gave
is
him
that
the
it's a
motivation to
permanent
keep going
FTP
forward.
weapon, like not it locked
Also
behind an
fueled
event.
the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them.
The remnants of the defeated gods are nothing to scoff at,
I
Kazuha.
understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the vision
It's
hunt
ambition.
decree did.
Ambition is what.
Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way.
If only you'd help us find
After
our
everything
sibling.
I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
I'll hold you to your word, Kazuha, just like every other person story quest I've done at this point.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Nah,
Oh, you're right.
we don't
to
need
tell him about the
to. We're
findings of our
fine.
investigation. And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
Oh, I forgot about that offer. It's been like 2 hours. Okay. Sure, let's go give him our answer. What will Kazuha possibly answer? What could he possibly answer?
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanoma Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
No, he was possessed by a ghost dude. He
Kept
ain't,
your ear to
he
the
did
ground.
nothing.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please take a look at this blade.
Look at this
What's this?
blade. Oh, it looks so great with Kazuha.
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaedehara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study.
How do you refine
and
this
pass on the
weapon?
secrets of
Actually,
Ishin art.
I don't know how to
And
refine
so,
it. I'll
looks
find out
like I
later.
will
Don't worry
likely
about it.
Continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see. I understand.
The Kaedehara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this path. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya.
Oh,
That would not suit me.
that would not suit me.
You misunderstand. that was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well, I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised.
Oh, so he declines.
However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
I'm sure he will not.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
Yeah, where will you go next?
I'll probably take to
Oh,
the
he's
seas
back to
with
the
Captain
pirate
Beto
life.
again for now.
It's okay, we'll be seeing you in
As
2
for my
days,
next
Kazuha, for the
destination,
next event.
Let's see where the wind takes me.
Don't worry, we have an event with you. Literally tomorrow. And that is the end of Acer Palmatum chapter. We are done. That was a pretty dry story quest, I'm gonna be honest. It gave some good Kazuha screen time, but also that intro was really slow. I can understand if people called it boring. I tried to stay positive about it, but yeah, that's my thought about it.
Mr. Nagato's survival is the one silver lining in this whole catastrophe. We will continue to monitor his condition and hope he recovers soon.
But yeah, that is it. But yeah, Kazuha is great. I think he's one of my favorite Inazuma characters. He's really up there for me. I'm glad he got a formal story quest and not like the Archon quests crammed type of deal that they've been trying to do. They try to double up on a story quest while doing another quest together, you know? I'm glad that Kazuha got his own time, especially after what we learned about him in Itodori, right? Oh, there's something gold back here. Hello. Radiant spin crystal. Oh, I need to learn what those do. That's for another conversation. Anyway, I think this is where I'm going to end the video here. If you made it to this point, thank you so much for watching. Next up on the channel will be Heizo's Hangout event and the event which starts tomorrow. I need to literally, once I'm done with this video, I'm going to be going straight into Heizo's Hangout. Lots of editing to do for me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I can catch you in whatever I do next. Bye-bye now.